Let's bring in one of our favorite guests, Brett Tolman, former U.S. Attorney for Utah. He's in Salt Lake City. Today, a vote was taken to advance the nomination of the new Attorney General, Merrick Garland, to the full Senate for a vote. I don't think there's any question that Garland will be confirmed as a new Attorney General, unless there's accusations. You never know about that. First of all, Brett, do you like Garland? You think he's a good man?
Well, I've always liked him as a judge. I thought he was very fair. I thought he, conducted his courtroom, and his opinions were, largely apolitical. But it was a very different story during his nomination. He seemed rather weak and unaware of a lot going around him. I think he's certainly overwhelmed, and this job may be bigger than he is.
All right. When he said he didn't know whether he would enforce border law, that means I wouldn't vote for him. I just wouldn't.
Right.
So if you're going to be the new Attorney General, you got to know whether you're going to enforce the law on the border or not. Because if you're not, wait. If you're not going to enforce it, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're violating your oath of office right off the bat. Because it says you have to enforce the laws. Right.
That's exactly right. And this is exactly right. And it's what Eric Holder did. So this is a new trend of a sitting Attorney General picking and choosing which laws they'll enforce. And that should scare everybody.
Yeah, that's what the sanctuary cities are based on. And
That's right.
Nobody in their right mind thinks that Garland would go after sanctuary cities. So he's a political appointee, but he'll get through because it's a deal thing, and the Republicans in the Senate will trade something off for Garland. You know how it works. Okay, so the FBI, the DOJ is investigating Andrew Cuomo. I don't know really what for, cover up the information about deaths, COVID deaths in nursing homes. I guess that's what it's about. Can you help us there?
Yep. I've spoken to a couple of sources that are, in the Department of Justice, and one of them a fellow U.S. attorney actually right now in office that has indicated that, the investigation got reinvigorated after some of the exposure of the lies and the efforts to try to hide. Bill, they can use wire fraud in order to gain access to a lot of his communications, and then they can look at obstruction of justice and even because they asked questions, the Department of Justice asked questions. They're looking at whether or not he has lied or had others lie on his behalf to federal officials.
What you're saying is they can find a crime if they want to. They can find it.
That's right.
But Merrick Garland's not going to want to. He's not going to want to.
No, it's unbelievable right now, because it used to be that somebody if you're a Democrat in office and you held the prosecutorial power, you really wanted to be the one to show folks that you put politics aside and you would go after those in your same party. Now it's not the case.
No way.
You don't prosecute those in your same party.
Right. And on that note, the district attorney of Manhattan wants to find a crime about Donald Trump's financial dealings. And so now he's got all the tax returns. But here's the rub on that. If Donald Trump and his organization filed the tax returns legitimately to the IRS and they didn't have a beef, how can an attorney general in a jurisdiction then override that and charge Trump with anything?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. The IRS, if there's ever an agency that would love to take down someone like Donald Trump, it's the IRS, and they have had years and years and years. And it's the IRS code is ridiculous, and bringing a charge is very difficult when you have somebody that's a businessman that has lawyers, has tax professionals on their team. But the DA is going to take a view that he can bring exposure to state tax issues and representations on his tax returns that he thinks he could prosecute. So this is a long time before there's a resolution on this kind of.
No, I know, but they'll find something. They will. They hate him, and they're looking for him. All right, John Durham of the infamous Durham report that I have lost all interest in because I don't think it's credible at this point. He resigns as U.S. Attorney in Connecticut, but he's not quitting as the overseer of the Durham report, whatever that means. Can you explain it to us?
Yes, there was a notice given to every sitting 92 U.S. attorneys that they were to step aside and offer their resignations. And Durham, I mean, this is not necessarily unprecedented. Bill Clinton did the same thing. John Durham, probably knowing that he hasn't really been leading that office, except remotely, while he investigates this, probably stepped aside in order to be a good soldier. But I'm told that there was no inclination for him to step aside as special counsel.
All right, but come on, Brett. I mean,
it's too long, Bill. It's been too long.
On.
It's
just
lost
not going
all
to
the
happen.
ability. Yep.
Right. I mean, maybe they'll get some other guy. They got one FBI guy or something like that, but it's just not. And Hunter Biden, forget it. I mean, it's never. They're never ever.
I'm still holding out a little bit of hope on Hunter Biden.
No.
But I could be wrong on that one too.
Yeah. I mean, I hope you're right. I hope justice is done.
So.
I mean, all I want is justice. That's it. If Hunter Biden didn't do anything, fine. If there was no corruption within the FBI or CIA on Russian collusion, fine. Find that hard to believe with all we know. But, I don't think at this point, Brett, any clear-thinking American has any confidence in the Department of Justice. Last word.
Yes, and that's why Director Wray needs to be replaced. And if Merrick Garland can't conduct this in a way that shows he's above politics, then he needs to be replaced. We need to get back to a Department of Justice that will investigate it.
Yeah, Not going to happen under Biden. It's just not. All right, Brett, thank you very much as always. Stay well out there in Utah.
Thanks, Bill.
Well, Joe Biden is going to be president, and we may be in for some economic uncertainty. That's why now more than ever, I recommend you diversify with gold and silver. The only company I recommend is American Hartford Gold. So please call them right now and tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first order. Now, since I've been recommending American Hartford Gold, gold itself up over 40%, silver up over 60%. So don't wait. Call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below, and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, The No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.